Hey, Commanders Nation! There's a bombshell that could shake up our season, and you definitely don't want to miss it. One of our key Washington Commanders players took a tough hit that knocked him out of the game. This is the leader who's been running the offense like clockwork week after week. How serious is the injury? Will we see him back on the field for the crucial showdown next week? But that's not all. Our rookie tight end just took the first step towards becoming a DC legend, and he did it in his very first shot. With one of our most important players watching from the sidelines, our backup quarterback showed he's got what it takes to keep us at the top. Can he keep that energy up next week against a much tougher defense? Don't go anywhere, because this game could decide the direction of our season. And if that wasn't enough, the return of our star running back was nothing short of monumental in our latest victory. The power and drive he brought to the field were absolute game changers. But can he keep that intensity going against the defensive wall that's looming ahead? This isn't just a comeback, it's a statement of what's to come. So if you're a true Commanders fan, hit that subscribe button and smash that like. You can't miss what's coming next in DC. Remember, every second counts, and this is the channel where you'll experience everything our Washington Commanders have in store. Subscribe now and stay on top of every move. See you on the field. What's going on with Jayden Daniels here? Are you telling me the Commanders don't know if their starting QB will be ready for Week 8? Come on. Let me tell you this, folks. If you're waiting for a definite confirmation, forget about it for now. The reality is, we're stuck in that annoying limbo. You know what I'm talking about? That space where no one wants to tell the whole truth, but they're not giving you all the information either. SCHEFTER made it clear. They still don't know how Jayden Daniels is doing. Now, let's be real. The fact that the organization doesn't know if he'll play or not is worrisome. Even more so when the kid's mom is out on Twitter saying, "Everything's fine." How is everything fine? If everything was fine, they'd have already confirmed he's playing against the Bears on Sunday. This isn't just a headache we're talking about here. We're dealing with a rib injury, and you don't mess around with ribs, people. Let me tell you this. If the team really believed Daniels was good to go, why all the mystery? They're hiding something. But here's my question to you. Do we really want to risk Jayden Daniels this soon? The season is still long, and you already saw what Marcus Mariota can do in his place. That 47 win against the Panthers says it all. Mariota threw for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I ask you, why rush Daniels when we have a backup who's already shown he can handle the situation? Think about that. Let's talk about what this means for the team. Daniels has been a crucial engine for this squad, completing 75.3% of his passes and throwing for over 1,400 yards in just 6 games. Plus, the kid runs like a demon, 322 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. We're not talking about just any quarterback here. We're talking about someone who could lead this team to their first division title since 2020. But, and here's the but, if he's not 100%, if those ribs aren't right, is it really worth risking everything for one game? Let me tell you this. The season isn't won in 1 week, but it can be lost with a rushed decision. If Daniels doesn't play, Mariota is ready. We've already seen him in action, and yes, he got the job done. But let's not fool ourselves. Mariota isn't Daniels. The passing game could take a hit without Jayden at the controls. But what matters here is the long game. We don't want this injury to worsen, and the worst thing would be losing him for the rest of the season because we rushed him back too soon. So now, Commanders fans, I ask you, would you rather see Daniels back on Sunday, risking his health, or give him more time to fully recover while we trust Mariota for another game? Check this out. Are you starting to realize what's happening with the Washington Commanders? Let me tell you something. Right now, our Commanders are making a statement in the second half, and they're doing it with a play nobody saw coming. That's right, folks. Rookie Ben Sinnott, in his first NFL reception, scored a 3-yard touchdown. How big is that? I'm telling you, it's monumental. Now, before you get too excited, let me stop you for a second, because there's more behind this touchdown. Do you think this was just a lucky break? I'm telling you, it wasn't. Sinnott hit the field with an attitude that made it clear he wasn't here to just be a spectator. He came to play, and this TD isn't just another number on the scoreboard. It's a signal that this kid is here to stay. Now let me ask you this. Do you think Sinnott has what it takes to be a key piece of this team long term? Because I see something special in him, and you don't see that every day. But hold on, we can't forget about Marcus Mariota. Did you see how he took control of the team? With Jayden Daniels on the sidelines, Mariota showed he's still a leader who can handle the pressure. 5 completed passes for 44 yards. And not just that, an 11-yard run that reminded us this guy's got legs and he knows how to use them. And here's where it gets interesting. When Mariota is confident, the team follows. That's the truth. So I ask you, is Mariota proving he's got what it takes to be the ideal backup for this team? I think so, and you better believe Ron Rivera's got his eye on that. But let's go even further. The score is 34-0. Yes, 34-0. The Panthers don't even know where the hits are coming from. And here's where I start to wonder. Are we finally seeing the team we all dreamed the Washington Commanders could be? Because these are the signs of a team that doesn't just win, they dominate. And I know what you're thinking. It's just one game, calm down. But I'm not here to calm down. I'm here to tell you that if this is the level our Commanders can sustain, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a team that can make some noise in the playoffs. So, my question to you, the true Commanders Nation, is this. Do you think this victory is a step towards sustained success or just a spark in a season full of ups and downs? Because to me, this team has what it takes, but I want to know what you think. There you have it, Commanders fans. Comment below and tell me what you think about Sinat, Mariota, and this blowout score. Here we go, my Washington Commanders people. Listen up, because what happened this week was huge. And yes, I'm talking about Brian Robinson Jr. His return was key to that crushing 40-7 win over the Panthers. Now, let me tell you this. Who expected the offense to look so dominant with Robinson back on the field? I'm not surprised at all. Now I ask you, how can you be surprised that Robinson was the spark that lit everything up? 71 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown. We saw him averaging 5.9 yards per attempt. An absolute beast out there. The guy just moves the chains. And it's not just that Robinson's running the ball, it's how he's doing it. When Coach Dan Quinn says you feel his power and that the line moves forward, it's because it does. Robinson brings this offense to life. Look, if we compare it to what happened last week against the Ravens, where we barely averaged 2.9 yards per carry, it's clear. It's not that our running backs aren't doing their job, it's that with Robinson on the field, we're a different team. 214 total rushing yards, averaging 5.8 yards as a team. That's the squad we need to see every week. Now, I think Quinn made a tough but smart decision by holding Robinson out against the Ravens. Because come on, we all know Robinson wanted to play, but the coach was thinking long-term, about having his star back healthy for the rest of the season. And boy, did it pay off, because we saw him return at his best against Carolina. These are the types of decisions that separate an average team from one that's seriously competing. But now, let me tell you this. With Robinson healthy, and after seeing how the offense dominated in Week 7, it's impossible not to get excited about what's next. Because yes, we've got a big challenge coming up next week against the Bears. And it won't be easy. That Chicago defense isn't going to give anything away. But with B-Rob back on the field, I can tell you we've got more than a good chance of walking away with another win. And here's where I want to hear from you, Commanders fans. Do you think Robinson's return is the key to keeping this winning momentum going? Or is there something else Washington needs to tweak to keep dominating? Drop your comments below. I want to know what you think. Commanders fans, the big question now is, what do you prefer? Risking Daniels' health and seeing him back this Sunday, or giving him more time to recover while we trust Mariota for another game? I want to hear your thoughts, so leave your comments below and tell me what you would do if you were the coaches. Now, speaking of the dominant game we just experienced, I want to hear from you. What do you think of Sinat and Mariota after that impressive performance? Do you think it was just a stroke of luck, or did the team find their rhythm with this score? Comment below. Your voice matters on this channel. Lastly, loyal Commanders fans, Robinson's return feels like a key moment to keep this winning streak going. But is it enough? Or do you think there are more adjustments Washington needs to make to keep dominating the league? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and join this amazing Commanders community where each of you is part of this family. Here, we follow the team closely, share, analyze, and celebrate every victory together. And remember, hail to the Redskins.